last episode, Kaito fought in a valiant battle against the 4th ranked player of Killbound, Tajirina, and actually won fairly well. Despite that though, Kaito was no step closer to actually getting to the number 1 spot. Forgive me, my throat is a bit parched, so just bear with me there. But maybe that victory is a sign that we might have a chance in the actual ROBO-ONE competition, if our fortunes hold out. The time has come for us to go to ring number 4, and face off against our first opponent. Yes, I heard that, Akio, which is kind of surprising considering the fact of how loud this crowd is. This crowd is very enthusiastic. Round 1. Let the games begin. Jumping right in there. Other choice, considering what's on the line. I stand before the ring with Akio. The gazes and cheers from the audience seem distant now. Yeah, that's because they're focused on the match and its inevitable outcome. I'm deepening my focus. We're going to need all the focus we can get. Honing my nerves. Thanks to the candy in my mouth, I don't feel drowsy from staying up all night. Also that victory against I want to say Tangerine. Just my brain isn't working today on this episode. I apologize. I'm also doing my best to hold back my anxiety and irritation about my incoming attack. I was about to say upcoming. If this bomb is going to explode, do me a favor and wait until after the match, alright? Did you forget that we have 3 other matches that we need to win in succession before we can claim victory and go home? All I can do is pray for that.
さあ、第4リングでは注目のデビルストロンガーが登場しているぞ。
As Akio said in the last episode, the name of the robot, our opponent, is Devil Stronger. Not that that matters to Kaito, much less myself.
I am Heel! ヒール宣言した前川静也に注目しようぜ。デビルストロンガーの最初の餌食となるのは種子島の高校生だ。
And here I thought Akio was just doing a bit when she referred to Shizuya Maekawa as the heel. But the fact that he's actually wearing that appellation as a badge of honor, not gonna lie, I'm fairly surprised. Live commentary reverberates throughout the venue and everyone is cheering, hopefully for us. Maybe. On the mic is the famous J Babylon. Despite his name, rumors say he's actually Japanese. The incendiary commentary is assuming we're going to lose. But, well, I mean, sure, in some cases people cheer on the heel, but that was a different time. But I'm going off topic. And I can't say I'm much of a fan.
青コーナー中央種子島高校ロボ部種子島新3回
Well, there's our robot, the mighty Honorary Prez, ready to go. After being introduced to the audience, I bow my head slightly. Yeah, standing in front of a whole crowd of people can be a bit overwhelming. Akio stands the Honorary Prez up inside the ring.
赤コーナー前川静也デビルストロンガー
The fact that Shizuya was wearing a yellow shirt aside, I think we might have underestimated the level of competition. Well, maybe not Kaito, at the very least. Yeah, Devil Stronger is, it definitely looks formidable. Maekawa is on the other side of the ring, raising both arms to the crowd. Sorry, to the audience. He knows how to work the crowd. Nice thinking there, Kaito. The cheers get notably louder. Ah, so he's, yeah. He's a fan favorite, Heel. Is what I was trying to say earlier, but my brain wasn't functioning. Maekawa's Devil Stronger is pretty big too. It's easily 1.5 times the height of the Honorary Prez. But even though it might be bigger, its weight will hopefully count against it, at least in this matchup.
ねえ、アキちゃん、ロボワンって階級みたいなのってないの？
何年か前はあったけど、今はなくなっちゃった。
Well, it's not a huge disadvantage.
最近はね、優勝者は結構軽量タイプのロボを使ってる人が多いんだよ。
Yeah, but it doesn't mean everyone has to.
だから小さい方が不利とかそういうのはあんまり関係ないわけで。
Yeah. To use the cliche, we're in a real David versus Goliath situation here.
それは最近のロボの話でしょ。名誉部長の基本設計は9年前だよ。
そうだね。
Well, there's no worrying about it
でも
now.
ほら、あの人もこう言ってたし。
Yeah, you're really going to quote the Red Comet now of all times.
機体の性能の違いが戦力の決定的差ではないということを教えてやるって。
No, performances matter quite a lot. I'm with Kaito on this one, Akio. As we said. If this guy really is a favorite for winning the whole thing, it's entirely possible our odds are 0 to 10. And yet if we are actually able to beat him here and now, those odds will be drastically different. But hey, Akio's now back to her normal ridiculously optimistic self, so I'm feeling pretty alright.
まあ、今さらあたふたしないよ。もともと不利な条件なんだし。
When were we ever not going to be at a disadvantage, Kaito? And the heel is laughing at us. In true heel fashion. Maekawa glares at Akio from across the ring and snorts out a laugh.
言うじゃねえか、お嬢ちゃん。
Says the guy with the big robot. But a confrontation like this is not something we need right now.
つまりあれか、機体性能じゃデビルストロンガーより劣ってるけど、操縦のではてめえのボーイフレンドちゃんの方が俺より上だって言いたいわけか。
Well, you might be surprised. This guy's clearly in his 40s, well, obviously. The dude is running his mouth off an awful lot for someone so soft and flabby.
俺よりもこのボーイフレンドちゃんがうまいって？え、そういうこと？
It's more of a case of whether our control schemes work better than your ones.
もちろんです。
Maybe going a little bit too overboard with the optimism there, Akio.
あ、いや、ボーイフレンドとかそういうんじゃないですけどね。
That's not the issue at hand here.
カイの実力なら優勝できるってうちは信じてます。
Now there is a bold proclamation, if ever I've heard one. Well, hey now. Is this a nationwide broadcast? Should we really be making grand declarations as high schoolers just debuting? Well, this is probably going to bring in the ratings, so maybe. We're not supposed to say that kind of thing out loud, even if you believe it. How embarrassing. Yeah, especially considering the fact that the others will be watching this.
うまいのはロボの操縦じゃなくてお嬢ちゃんの操縦じゃねえの？ベッドの中でのな。
Good sir, there is always a line that you should never cross, and you just did. As reckless as it sounds, Kaito, let's beat this guy.
Eh?
Don't dwell on it. He's grinning like he just dropped the mic after a real zinger, but all he's doing is sexually harassing a young girl.
下がってんじゃねえって言ってんだよクソガキどもが。
Says the guy who has been yelling things at us non-stop since we got here.
だいたいなんだてめえらのロボはよ。パッと見た感じずいぶん古そうなパーツ使ってるじゃねえか。
Yet more trash talking, obviously.
どう見ても時代遅れのポンコツだろ。身の程を知りやがるってんだ。あんまり生意気言うようだと俺のデビルストロンガーでガチで潰すぞ。
相手のロボを壊すのはルールで禁止です。
If Maekawa is the heel he says he is, and I have every reason to believe that he is, he doesn't give a shit about the rules.
ああ、なんか言ったか？
Case in point.
言いました。対戦相手のロボを壊すのは禁止です。
Unfortunately, Maekawa's demeanor is unfortunately having the intended effect on Akio here.
この甘。
ああ、はいはい、アキちゃんいいから下がって。
I pull up Akio by the hand and stand her behind me. I then put myself directly in the line of Maekawa's glare.
いやーすみません、もう喋りませんから。
You say that.
試合前にあれこれ挑発しても負け犬の遠吠えにしか聞こえませんもんね。失礼しました。
I know that what Kaito has just said is going to make Maekawa pissed as hell, but I still have a grin on my face.
そりゃどういう意味だ。
Maekawa's face turns bright red. I guess he's angry.
どういう意味も何もそのままですけど、反省してるんですよ。
このガキ、俺を誰だと思ってやがる。
まあまあ落ち着いて。なんで怒ってるんです？
はい、話してないで。両者準備 OK？
The time has come. The referee cuts in and gets straight to business.
ぶっ潰してやるよ。
Well, I have to admit, I'm feeling some trepidation at this. Maekawa's face is twisted in rage. He readies his controller.
カイ、大胆かつ慎重にね。
That's actually, coming from you, fairly sage advice there, Akio. Pick one or the other, please. And I'd really appreciate some silence. I need you not to drag me down right now. Or you're gonna hate when the crowd goes ballistic during the match. You're killing my focus.
それでは予選トーナメント1回戦レディー
I take a small breath and hold my Pokécom tightly. Yeah, I think at this point I'm just going to drop the name Phone Droid, even though I think it should actually have a much cooler designation. Because I always want to say Pokemon. That's just how it is. Or just better yet, just call it a tablet. Or whatever. I close my eyes. I look down at the ring from above my head. My position. The opponent's position. The paths to Prez that the opponent will likely take. The paths I should utilize to get to Devil Stronger. Among the countless choices, identify the routes with the highest possibility of success. Reflexes, don't fail me now. By doing this, I have a spatial understanding of the area beyond my field of vision. This is what I always do in games. Of course. In a first-person fighter like Kill Ballad, this is especially vital. That's right. This is just like a game. This is just a game. The ring is much narrower than it appears, in a octagonal shape rather than the traditional squared circle, as I believe the appellation is called. There's a lot of distance between the Prez and Devil Stronger. Actually, looking at it from this angle, Devil Stronger isn't that much bigger than the Prez. Best case scenario would have been knowing that these attacks beforehand. Best case scenario would have been knowing that things attacks beforehand, but there's nothing I can do. All we can do is play it by ear. I have no data. I'll have to react on the spot. I guess I'll wait and see for now.
Fight!
No. One should always close the distance right at the start. Kaito making the first move. Without hesitating, I charge directly at Devil Stronger.
バカめ!
Looks like he was waiting for that approach. Before it enters my range, Devil Stronger twists at its waist. Its long arm extends forward. A thrusting attack, and we're charging straight into it. And we recover. We can! Aha! I swiftly input the commands into my Pokemon. Thanks to my daily KB training, Devil Stronger's punch looks like it's frozen in time. I can react within 4 frames of a move. I can do this with my eyes closed. Devil Stronger is a heavyweight hobby robot. Well, given its bulk. Its height is 1.5 times that of the Honorary Prez. That's why. That thrust is coming high. I crouch down to avoid the punch. Oh ho! Uppercut. And transition into an uppercut, using the Devil's own momentum against him. The Prez extending arm stretches out and connects cleanly with Devil Stronger's crotch. I'd hit him from below and knocked him off his feet. Probably shouldn't shout out the moves anime style in a real life competition there, Rocky.
Down!
No!
Yeah, wasn't expecting that, were you? So weren't expecting that, forgive me. Terrible grammar, but yeah. Just because he's down doesn't mean he's out, and just because he's down doesn't mean he can't get back up again. Perhaps the bulk of Devil Stronger might work against him in this case, but I'm not holding my breath. I live in a world of individual frames. Slow attacks like that are just begging to be counted. So he counted his counter.
っていうかさ、アキちゃん、技名叫ばないでくれる？
カイ、何言ってんの？必殺技は叫んでなんぼだよ。
This isn't Street Fighter or Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it kind of is, but it isn't. The down Devil Stronger slowly starts to right itself. Well, it wouldn't be much of a combat mech if we couldn't do that.
まぐれだろ。でなきゃあんな反応速度出せるわけがね
え。Maybe.
ビギナーズラックだ。調子に乗んなよ、ガキ。
Yeah, but that said, you might be getting overconfident in your own anger yourself there, Maekawa. I'm not gonna argue. It's definitely luck that allowed me to get the first down. Sure, fairness is entirely true. Pure luck. When I charged in on him, I was fully expecting to be the one downed. Looks like Maekawa's getting all fired up now. He's going to pull something big next. A move that, if we're in his path, might put us on equal footing, as it were.
デビルストロンガー、ワンダウンで試合再開します。
Yeah, I was only one down.
ファイト
Oh boy.
見せてやるよ。デビルストロンガーの恐ろしさをね。
May have been fortunate the first time. He still has plenty of tricks up his sleeve. I'm pretty sure you just raised the death flag,
カイ、なんかあの人怒ってるよ。
which might work to our advantage, IPO, or perhaps not. Just have to wait and see what the outcome is. I stay fully aware of the distance between us and try to flank him, even though attacking him from behind might not have the outcome that we're hoping for. I have the faster movement speed. It shouldn't be too hard to get behind him. But he's gonna see it coming.
証拠ばかしてんじゃねえ。勝負しやがれ。
I ignore his taunts, though we can't do that for long but sooner or later we're going to have to fight. Devil Stronger's turning speed is comparatively slow, at least to ours. Once I get into his blind spot, hitting him with a combo should be easy peasy. Unless he manages to react, that is. I close the distance in an instant. There we go. But the second I finish inputting the command, something feels off. I think I might have screwed up the range. Again with the name shouting. I figured as much. The hit was shallow. Yeah, didn't have enough kinetic energy behind that punch. I'm still not used to the Prez's attack range. Unfortunately, Devil Stronger has a much higher range than we do. Nevertheless, that attack should have shaken Devil Stronger up a bit. Sadly, its auto balancer is extremely good. Despite looking like it might fall over, it carefully balances itself. We're going to have to come up with a somewhat more clever strategy, Kaito. Before I can do anything, Devil Stronger is within range. I try to put some distance between us by hitting the dash button, but that might not have been such a good move. Crap, this isn't Kill Ballad. There is no dash button. Didn't have enough time to install one even if there were a button. Plus, the Honorary Prez can't go in reverse. Turning 90 degrees and strafing is my fastest option for retreat. Well, when in doubt, strafe. Unfortunately, because of my near whiff, I react too late. A fatal mistake. Well, nobody said that this match was going to be perfect. There he goes. Throwing tornado. But again, Devil Stronger still has an exploitable weakness. Fortunately, Devil Stronger spreads both arms wide, and then immediately starts spinning its upper body around using its torso as an axis. Devil Stronger's Windstorm of the Lariat smashes into the Prez and sends it flying out of the ring. Curses.
Down!
ついに出た。これこそが前回大会多くのロボを血祭りに上げたダブルラリアットフロムヘル。
Again, that move is impressive, but not without its flaws. A flaw that sadly we couldn't exploit this time.
種子島から来た高校生もやはりその洗礼を浴びてしまったぞ。
I get it now. So that's his combat strategy. He's all about powering through his opponents. But as I pointed out before, that offense has a fatal flaw. Akio's intelligence was spot on. As soon as I enter its attack range, it's all over. Yeah, I'd like to give you a bit of a hint if I may, Kai. I think crouching is probably the better strategy. The weight difference is too great. Akio runs over to where the Prez landed below the ring and picks it up. As soon as she stands it up on the home position, she breathes a sigh of relief. Well, actually, hope that didn't go against the rules there, because I was afraid that we would have the Honorary Prez climb back inside the ring of its own accord, which, given the way it's designed, is quite clunky at best. She checks the joints for any unnatural bending. The did get sent flying up.
大丈夫。ちょっと肩のあたりにひび入っちゃったけど、他は異常なし。
That actually worries me, Akio. That tiny crack might be superficial, or it might mean that we might have problems in the future.
今の技、すごかったね。
できれば事前に教えといてもらいたかったよ。
Probably would have been a good idea.
あ、そっか、ごめん。うっかりしてた。
It's water under the bridge now.
前回大会でも猛威を振るったダブルラリアットフロムヘル。
But that's the thing about special combo attacks. As devastating as they are, once you witness them for yourself, there's a chance of dealing.
デビルストロンガーと対戦した全てのロボットはあの技で全て行動不能に追い込まれているんだぜ。
That attack may be certainly demonic, but it's not.
攻撃と防御を兼ね備えた死角なしの絶対的必殺技。心なしか前回よりも回転スピードが速くなっているようだ。
I hate to be Captain Obvious here yet again, but I question that first statement, or first part of that first statement.
やはり今回の大会の優勝候補最右翼はこの男なのか。
Yeah, so it seems.
当然だろうが、こんな素人のガキには負けねえんだよ。だがまだ足りねえな。壊し足りねえ。そのポンコツをめちゃめちゃにするまで俺は満足しねえ。
Now it's cocksure.
どうしよう、クリー。
It's not over yet.
デビルストロンガーワンダウン。種子マシン3回ワンダウンで試合再開。ファイト。
The bout.
終わらせてやるぜ。うなれデビルストロンガー。ダブルラリアットフロムヘル。
This again. Wow. And here I thought Akio was crazy enough to yell out attack moves. Well, welcome to the world of ROBO-ONE, Kaito. It looks like that's all he's gonna do. Did he seriously start using his double lariat while I'm outside of his attack range? Yes, he did. Don't worry, Akio. I ignore Akio's desperate sounding cry. I advance as close as I can without entering the Devil Stronger's range. And then I simply watch. I'm looking for a blind spot. That so-called invincible special attack of his.
この目押しはシビアだな。
I'm not flustered, nor should you be. In fact, I'm calmer than when the match started. Actually, I'm excited. My mind is clear. All I'm focused on is the match. And our opponent.
おねえならこっちから行くぞガキが。
Huh, so he can move while doing that at the same time. That's kind of a problem, actually. Guess he's done waiting. With With its upper body still spinning, Devil Stronger approaches. The fact that he can still do that at that angle means that the leg braces in Devil Stronger a bit more robust than I thought they were. But again, if we can connect and attack at just the right place at just the right time, we may have a chance. Yeah, wasn't expecting that myself, but no matter. We have an opportunity. There. Time to do this. Ooh! Sucker punch! My timing by eye is perfect. And we also inflicted some damage of our own there. I also corrected my range mistake. Nice going, guy. The impact of my attack goes right into its weight. As a bonus, the whole rush combo attack hits the mark. Devil Stronger, 1.5 times the height of the Honorary Prez, goes flying up the way.
Down!
Yet, it happened, Maekawa. It happened.
カイ、今何したの？
Intercepted his attack and turned it back on itself is what we did. Even Akio is totally dumbfounded.
ダブルラリアットフロムヘルを破るなんて。
By breaking it.
コマってあるでしょ。あれと似たようなもんだよ。上半身があれだけぐるぐる回転してたら、下半身は逆に不安定になっちゃってるわけ。
Yeah. You might not get it, Akio, but I believe he's referring to a spinning top. Pretty sure. But yeah, Kaito is pretty much explaining what I had in mind as well.
だからさ、上下方向にちょっと衝撃を与えてやるだけで、ポローンといっちゃうんだよね。
Yeah, and even though Devil Stronger actually did have more precision balance than I originally assumed it would have, that wasn't enough.
横軸じゃなくて？
縦軸、上下方向。
If I tried to oppose it on the horizontal axis, those spinning arms would have sent me flying with the momentum. But attacking it from straight below, on the other hand, sending it upwards. All I did was match its timing, then hit one of Devil Stronger's spinning arms from below with gun barrel upper. The timing was super tight, so it would have been difficult for anyone but me to land the hit. Then with the centrifugal force from the rotation throwing it off balance, I quickly finished it off with a gunroll rush, my flashiest combo. Though to be honest, that last bit was just so I could style on Maekawa, a little bit of revenge for earlier. Well, revenge achieved.
嘘だろ。こんなはずねえ。デビルストロンガーのダブルラリアットフロムヘルが破られるはずがねえんだ。
Looks like Devil Stronger's arm isn't the only thing that Kaito's broken. You've broken Maekawa's spirit.
赤コーナー、早くロボをリングに戻して。
After being warned by the referee, Maekawa grabs Devil Stronger and returns it to the ring, with a dumbfounded expression on his face.
デビルストロンガー2ダウン、種子島マシン3回1ダウン。 次のダウンでデビルストロンガーは負けとなります。
Match point. Let's make this a game set.
ありえねえありえねえありえねえありえね
Losing at Maekawa. Oh dear, he's lost.
Fight!
Yet, we can't let our guard down.
こんなの絶対認めねえデビルストロンガーは最強ロボなんだようえ
He who knows little often repeats it, I guess. Once again, Maekawa starts up the dip barrier from hell while I'm outside his attack range.
だからさ、もうパターン化しちゃったんだって。
Yeah, it's no longer unpredictable. I already know how to counter this. If there's no input error, I can take Devil Stronger down with the same series of moves. How does he not get this? And yet, better be cautious there, Kai. While the double lariat from Hell might have dominated the last tournament, it's nothing but a handicap for him now. Then again, as crazed as Maekawa is right now, he might be expecting us to counter with the same attack, so watch your six there, Kaito. I have a bad feeling about this. Well. I've hurt my stomach about this. I used the exact same method as before. Put a stop to his raging typhoon. Kaito, I'm gonna say this now. We lucked out. If we had done something slightly different there, that might have put us in a disadvantage instead, but fortunately, Maekawa's anger played against him. At least in this instance. As my follow-up attack, I twist my waist 90 degrees and hit it with my own lariat.
頑張るラリアー
I was about to say that, but Akira beat me to the punch. Whatever. Devil Stronger promptly folds over in the ring. I think that arm might need quite a bit of repair.
Down! 3ノックダウンで勝者種菓子マシン3回
Cue that Final Fantasy fanfare music. We won. There is a moment of silence. Only to be followed by tremendous cheering pouring down on us. Devil Stronger has been dethroned by the Honorary Prez.
やったやった
Indeed we did. Achievement unlocked. It's possible. It very much is possible. Akira hugs me tightly.
カイは勝つって信じてたよ
It was a bit touch and go there, have to admit, but we pulled through. Funny considering how she looked like she was going to cry mid-match.
いや、まだ予選を1回勝っただけでしょ。
Indeed. As much as we would love to celebrate along with the crowd, we can't get too complacent.
でもこの一勝はうちらには大きな意味のある一勝だよ
Not necessarily everything, but it's a start.
これは大番狂わせだなんと優勝候補と見られていたデビルストロンがまさかの予選トーナメント1回戦敗退
Oh One down, 3 to go.
それを破ったのは種子島から来た無名のロボット。おっと、ちょっと待ちな。たった今ホットな情報が入ってきたぜ。
Is it good news or bad news?
デビルストロンガーに勝利した種子島新3回の中央種子島高校ロボ部はなんと
So they figured it out.
9年前のロボワンフェスティバルでの優勝経験ありなんだぜ。しかもその時の優勝マシンも種子島マシン3だったのさ。
Oh yeah, the champ is back.
さらに聞いて驚きな。9年前の種子島新3のオペレーターは今現在エグスケで大活躍中の瀬宮美咲さんだ。こいつはがぜん中央種子島高校ロボ部を要チェックだぜ。瀬宮美咲の遺伝子を持つ高校生の活躍を見逃すな。
Part of me isn't sure how Akio is feeling right now about being compared to her older sister. Part of her might be feeling pride, but at the same time a part of her might also be feeling melancholy as well.
両者退場。
嘘だ。こんなの嘘だ。
No, Maekawa, it isn't. Maekawa looks like his soul has left his body, a far cry from his attitude from earlier. He slumps his shoulders and trudges away. I can't help but feel unsatisfied as I watch him in the corner of my eye. I'm satisfied. All of the matches in pools are over. My other 3 opponents were all worse than Devil Stronger in terms of specs, so I blew through them. Good to know. Now we advance to the final bracket. The final bracket of the prelims. Well, when we return, we shall see how far we can go up the brackets to final victory. As always, until next we meet.